start to the draft
Yes.
to really letting us down.
Yeah,
to be honest.
with a bit of a poor taste in the Easter egg that exists for so long. But all right.
It'd be great if like one of his taunts was actually a Naruto run.
Nice.
As Canyon's going to dive on in here. It looks like Summit's just going to be dead. And a pounce is actually going to be enough. Noguri tanks the turret there for Canyon, just to make sure that he's not going to die, and they'll take some plates for their trouble. Easy first blood here for Damwon. Summit's going to lose another trade here against Noguri. Good combo. As he's going to shoot him with his sword. Q's going to land there from OnFleek, but Cosmic Binding, oh my god. I think that snare actually landed as the Dawning Shadow does fly on forward. Dredgeline lands onto a minion there as Noguri's very okay with this situation. Gorilla taking so much damage as Cultivate's gonna tear them up. Fantastic spear from Canyon. That's gonna lock down the kill onto his opposite number, and they'll take some plates here as well.
Recent T1.
Oh yes, as well.
Platinum.
When you got to have a chat with our old mate over there.
Sinbra.
Sinbra, is that what we're calling him now?
That's his new name.
I'll have to have a chat to Will about that one. Is Fate gonna get taken down here?
Whoa!
Oh, Canyon gets him in the end. Showmaker's Haymaker.
We're not going to talk about that one.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh
dear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is pretty ludicrous.
Yeah.
As Gorilla is going to find the ulti. Showmaker, though, is just going to wander on out. Not sure how he was missed by the Tempered Fate as he avoids everything. And then decides to spam some emotes.
During the animation, and it somehow doesn't register?
I'm not entirely sure. Noguri's going to kill OnFleek here. Summit's going to be next. As Fate's over here, but he might just be feeding another kill to the Crocodile. As now Summit's going to Nimbus Strike his way out. That should get him to safety, but Noguri's now just going to get another Demolish proc on this turret. Canyon is over here, and there's a gigantic minion wave that's going to get eaten by the turret just before the turret dies. And that's why none of us get any
honestly,
sleep, guys.
I love those, right? You can't sleep until you win one, but then when you win one,
you're like, oh, but I got the momentum now. Well, Tempered Fate is going to find only Showmaker, as Depth Charge does get some value. Good exhaust kickback is going to land. Beautifully done to get the kill onto Beryl. Showstopper to get Showmaker out, though, who does have the Haymaker, keeps himself alive. Summit trying to survive here, as Noguri's actually an entire team by himself. At this point in the game on the Renekton, as True Shot Barrage is going to majestically sail by into the ether.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
As Canyon's going to flash. That gold lead not necessarily working out yet as Gorilla. Oh, dear. Tempered Fate's going to come down here as Gorilla going to get stunned. Dawning Shadow's good, but they just don't have very many stats because they're so damn far behind. Canyon just pounces on out. How many lives does this kitty cat have? This is way more than 9. As now Fate pops on over, and he survives again. Ladies and gentlemen, Root's going to die on the back end because that's because he found a crocodile in the river.
The ace ends up being captured by Nuggery. We come back into live, and it's a buffet at this point.
Yep, this crocodile is very well fed. He's going to be sleeping for a real long time. As they're going to leave Canyon to solo the Baron. Now Root and Gorilla going to get... Oh my... Yeah, that's a face breaker if ever I've seen one. As now Gorilla gets the Fat Flash. It took a lot in a very short amount of time. As we're going to at least watch as this Baron goes down, but there's not really going to be much that Sandbox can do about it. Barrage almost kills Gorilla. Beryl's going to get jumped on as OnFleek was looking for an ult that he did not have off cooldown yet. And the Baron is going to be taken. Now OnFleek's just, he's almost griefing at this point. As at least,
I mean,
he can't even get the big chicken.
I honestly don't know what he's trying to accomplish or do.
I mean, this is... They need to win in under 29 minutes to bring that average down.
Even further, right.
Yep, they are currently the fastest team in the world, I think, for average win time. I think outside of just V5 over in the LPL, as Gorilla's going to get caught up by the Tempered Fate. He's a free kill if they want to take it. They decide that they're going to focus on this inhibitor instead. Noguri going to be taking down the mid lane inhibitor turret. And look, she doesn't get the charge. Okay, Shirley not going to have the greatest of times. But Sandbox just milling about. They don't necessarily know what they can do. And LS, I think there is nothing that they can do. I think that's the conundrum that they're in.
I can't imagine a world where they would win.
Well,
because
this is an attempted team fight as Summit's going to get taken down on the back end. Gigantic damage as a double kill comes instantly. Make that a triple. Is this going to be the jungle pentakill? The Quadra comes down. He goes Golden Fate. Just give it to him, buddy. Please. We need an Italy penta. We need it right now. The spear connects. Stand on the trap. Please. Please, Fate. This is all we want. Some good can come out of this as he goes golden. The bait is going to come down. Every button is going to miss. He's buying as many stopwatches as he can as the kill comes forward. The pentakill for the jungle Nidalee, and the Nexus will be taken down. Well and truly earned. That player of the game did Canyon. The third pentakill for the season. Of course, the Crocodile did do a lot of work, but this is honestly a very one-and-done style of game. You can look.
Welcome to the post-game analysis of Game 1 between Sandbox Gaming and Damwon Gaming. We have Chunghyun, Lee, as well as Leo and Pond as our analysts today. Alright, both teams who were promoted to the LCK together have shown inverted paths. And in Game 1, Damwon showed off their high-octane, full-throttle pace game. And a lot of criticisms came along and worrisome came along for Sandbox draft. Well, Sandbox took away Showmaker's Soul, and then Damwon took Set as a flex pick. And Sandbox answered back with Wukong. It's not a really a good blind pick in the top lane, and this Wukong and Lee Sin were questionable picks. I think that Sandbox put a lot of pressure onto Fate, and there were no dive play merits coming in from the top lane. And for Damwon Gaming, due to the hasty jungling of Nidalee and also preventing Wukong's potency with Renekton, were some great picks from their end. Sandbox showing off some questionable drafts. Onflick wasn't able to cover for Wukong when the dive play was ongoing from Damwon's end. A lot of people may think that there should have been Lee Sin should have been covering Wukong, but it's not as easy. So Nidalee has the turn to go for gank. And that spear wasn't meaningless. This was basically waiting until a 4-minute mark, and he presses a recall, just waiting for the 4-minute mark. And as soon as the 4-minute mark hits, he places the trinket ward and then completes the recall. And right now, Lee Sin is going for the Gromp, and it was spotted by the ward. So Nidalee gets the Raptors and then comes in with convenience. And then she throws out the spear onto the Gromp. And now Lee Sin has no other option but to rotate towards the bot side and hoping that the top laner to hold his ground, because otherwise Lee Sin will fall behind in terms of levels against Nidalee, which will be up to 2-level discrepancy. So it was basically a catch-22 situation for Lee Sin. And there should have been shot calls made towards Wukong not to trade too aggressively, and then Wukong kind of tried to stay passive, but ended up still dying to the gank play. And the gank play was immaculate. And having Renekton and Nidalee really puts a lot of leverage in the early game, and Damwon was able to utilize that leverage and capitalize on at the top lane. So Damwon just completely control the tempo of the game. And here, so Sandbox has champions that can go for late game. And the discrepancy amongst the members of Damwon and Sandbox were due to the jungling speed between the two junglers. And here, Sandbox tried to make plays by going for aggressive moves. However, the growth difference amongst the champions were already too massive for Sandbox to compensate with their potential brilliant plays. And here once again you can see why Bard was chosen. Supporters usually recall to get additional items and then join the fray. However, Bard just utilized his magical journey and then immediately joined the fray to help out his allies. Also, many people may be curious, why would you pick a fight where Renekton is present, but they just didn't really have any other options at that point. Damwon was able to pounce through and get the dub, so let's see who's the player of the game. It's quite predictable, and it is Canya's Nidalee, pentakill, 11-1-3. So he's the first jungler in LCK history to acquire a pentakill. Really hope I wanted to achieve that feat when I was an active player, but it's extremely difficult to achieve a pentakill, which I've never done in my career. While watching a jungler achieving so, it makes me feel a bit disappointed and sad. Well, when I was an active player back in 2019, I thought Canyon as just one of the players who's just a part of the team. You know? He didn't really show off or pop off, but my mind has changed after watching his performances throughout the split. And also, all the other members of Damwon try to yield the pentakill to him as well. And we have a unanimous vote for Canyon. And Nidalee's spear just completely tore Sandbox apart. Can Damwon reclaim their position of second place, or can Sandbox come back in Game 2?